throughout the first couple episodes that this show kind of reminds me of the movie Taken. This episode especially. The biggest highlight of this episode actually wasn't Obi-Wan, it was Third Sister. This episode definitely showed how ruthless she is. She's willing to torture and potentially kill a little girl just to get information out of her. And then there was, of course, that one scene where Obi-Wan finds out, like, anybody who disrespects the Empire gets frozen. And it wasn't carbonite, but it looked like amber, kind of. I guess the Star Wars equivalent of amber. So she's got, like, this entire collection of people that she's frozen in what is basically carbonite, but isn't really carbonite, including several children, which is like, whoa. She's a really scary villain. Like, they've written this villain really well. The action in this episode was also very classic Star Wars. You know, the climax episode involved running from the Empire while using the lightsaber to deflect the blast from stormtroopers. That was a really fun scene. And then we get what is, in my opinion, the best scene of this episode. Darth Vader nearly kills Third Sister, and the only reason he doesn't is because she tells him she put a tracker on Obi-Wan's ship. I love any scene that shows how intimidating Vader is, and I really like their dynamic. Like, Vader only keeps her alive because she's useful to him. And the minute that she's going to outlive her use, he's going to kill her. And so she's desperately trying to prove that she's useful to him, and she's basically ready for her life with this guy. So I really like how they've kind of written this dynamic where Darth Vader just hates her, but she really wants to prove herself to him. That's actually a really good dynamic. And I thought this episode was fun, had a great action, great villains. I'm very excited to see what happens next week, as Obi-Wan is now on the way to return Leia to Bail Organa. What's going to happen? Is Vader going to track them down? Like, ooh, I'm excited to see what happens.